Hey guys, how y'all doing today? Tyler here, or Aliens Rock 50, and welcome back to another Bloons TV Battles episode. First one I've done since the tournament, and this video is gonna kind of concern the tournament a little bit, mainly the strategies used during then. And by strategies, I mean strategy, because once everyone's able to kind of figure out what they're doing in this recent tournament, they're all kind of doing the same strategy, give or take, but no one was actually doing it that well. So this video is about teaching you guys how to use the best card battle strategy, at least in my opinion. No, it is not a late game strategy. A lot of people criticize it, saying, oh, you just go late game, and that's not entirely the whole point of it. Yes, it doesn't have any mid-game rushing cards, but that's because mid-game rushing cards are useless. I'll talk about that later, though. So, yin-yang against this guy, so I want this deck. Observe closely. I could go over each card individually, but that takes too long. I'm just kind of pausing it, or not accepting, so you guys get all the time in the world to go in, or to look at it. So the entire purpose of this strategy, the entire purpose, is to win the game at about round 23 or 24. That is the kill round for this strategy. So usually the general idea is you get greedy as hell, just start raking in the dough, lots and lots of money from, you know, all angles and stuff, and then you just kill them with this ZOMG rush card, kind of round 23. I didn't pull it off as well as I wanted to in the tournament, but now I've gotten a little bit more practice, so I'm actually like capable of doing it pretty well. Plus, it's quick battles, so it's not like if you're using this strategy, it's not like you're going to be playing the best of opponents in the history of battles ever. So you have a bit more leeway here. So yeah, starting towers. Start with 1-0 engineer. There's a lot of starting towers. You just gotta hope you can find at least like one of them in your mulligan. Like, that's the whole idea. You want to find 1-0 engineer. You could also find 0-3 dart monkey. You could also find the taxpayer 3-0 or the 1-1 boat. So there's like a lot of options you can get for starting towers. That's what, 1, 2, 3, 4 really good ones. The 1-1 wizard's also good. So that's like super useful. But the main way to actually be good with the strategy is that you have to actually cycle your cards. You don't want to just like keep your crappy late game cards and like slowly get rid of them. No, you want to be constantly doing stuff. You want to be constantly doing stuff, and you want to constantly be thinking about stuff. So my opponent has not sent a single thing at me. I gotta be careful. He might send something eventually, but I just don't know when. So I'm gonna save this 1-1 wizard, place it right about here if he rushes. I also got this 1-1 boat for extra solid D, which will also help if he decides to just suddenly drop a bunch of yellows. Although I think I'm going to do it like this. Yeah, there we go. So you always got to at least kind of be prepared. You definitely want to save the 1-1 wizard at all costs, because that will be your lead popping power. It's some of the cheapest lead popping power in the game, and plus it's really effective just early game in general. So you kind of want that kind of stuff. Yeah, otherwise it's just a really good tower, probably one of the best in this deck. But for some reason your opponent isn't rushing you like this. I mean, that happens. You can just be greedy and get a banana farm, maybe right about here, I feel. Positioning of banana farms is actually pretty important, because you want to place them in spots where they will be, it will be easy to collect the bananas if you have like a dartling gun. Because the whole mid-game is dominated by this card here, the laser cannon. So once you get that, you'll be aiming and popping balloons. You may not always have time to like collect from the farms. And usually you just want it like in a good spot, so you don't have to do any crazy weird micro stuffs. So why am I getting farms, you may ask? You always want at least one farm before like round 11, round 12, maybe 2. And those are insurance. It allows you to be like extra greedy with your economy. Like, I only have 600 income right now. It could be way more, but I have to make sure like I don't just overspend so my opponent can just kill me with a rush. That would be absolutely terrible. So what I'm doing instead is just getting farms, and actually a lot of farms at that. Holy cow. The idea is if my opponent rushes me, I can sell off the farms really quickly and then just get up a defense. And really, that's all I need. My opponent still is not rushing me, so I'm actually going to keep being greedy. This is a bad idea. Alright, there we go. So, now, I'm actually... yeah, I'll just get the laser cannon. Better safe than sorry, at least. Laser cannon! Now that I have it, it will probably defeat any freaking balloon rush in the game. At least for now. Unfortunately, I did have to sell 2 farms to get it, but we can also get 1 back right about now. I maybe could have sold Engineer too, but I mean, sometimes you want to keep your defense. It all depends. I was like $500 short of just waiting it out, and if I'd waited out any longer, would have died. So sometimes you just have to take all that into account. So now we're back to the greed cycle. So like I said before, laser cannon will defeat any mid-game rush. It'll beat ceramics, it'll beat rainbows, it'll beat zebras, and if it ever has trouble ever, you can always use a tower boost, and it'll beat basically anything. So if you're wondering why I have like no like rainbows or like mid-game rushes in the deck, it is because this one card is absolutely ridiculous. Laser cannon is just so strong against pretty much everything. It's even good against Moebs if you know how to use it right. So right now my income is about 932, which is actually pretty low. I wasn't cycling as much as I wanted to, so we're unfortunately at a bit lower income than what I'd like. But we can do laser cannon eco. It's probably a bit too greedy, but oh well, I guess. Some things you have to keep in mind. You have to be aware of what your opponent can rush you with. So he could rush me with a Moeb. While I think laser cannon plus boost should be able to defend it, maybe not with this positioning. This positioning is kind of bad. But like, you kind of want to have some towers that you can sell for that will save your behind. Like this sabotage supply line ninja here. You can sell stuff for that and activate the ability, and suddenly all the balloons on the screen will just be super duper slow, which is probably something you want. Yeah, that's useful. Also, ground zero, in case your opponent sends like a giant Moeb / BFB rush, you can just sink it down with that ability, or knock it all down with that ability. I have that saved up there too. And in the later rounds, I'll have Ray of Doom saved up too for many reasons. Jeez, I'm just not quite getting the income I want though. Finally past 1500 though. For those who are wondering, 1500 is kind of like a magic number, to say the least. It is basically the number of the income you get when you want to start saving up, give or take. Because, like I said, the whole point of the game is to crush them with ZOMGs, right? We have the ZOMG card now, too. So that's pretty nice. I'm debating whether I actually want more defense, though. I guess I'll just chill like this. Spike Factory. Oh, and he's having a boost. That's pretty good. That's pretty good indeed. So, depending on the player, you can decide how greedy or how quick you want the ZOMGs to come out. Also, he's dropping me camo pinks. I don't know why I'm actually microing my laser cannon like that. I should just have it up here and that'll be good enough. Yeah, up here's good enough. Also, there we go. If I have my mouse here, I can aim where I want to, and I can collect the bananas. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. So we're slowly on the journey to making 30,000 bucks. We're actually pretty close to there, maybe like 12, 18 seconds off. Then once we get that, we can just bomb them with round 23 ZOMGs, and there's absolutely nothing they'll be able to do about it. Like, it's not an undefeatable rush. It's just with the stuff this guy has right now, he probably won't stand a chance. Something you do have to watch out for is the counter rush. So that's also why I have the farms. Granted, it'd be nice to have a little bit more farms, but just because I'm a little bit low on money currently, and I know like this guy isn't going to get any amazing defense anytime soon, I'm just going to wait a bit. Maybe I'll throw out the ZOMGs around 24, just because my income's a bit low this game. Because the last thing I want is to spend $30,000 on a rush, only for this guy to counter rush and just completely screw me over. And that'd be pretty sad. Alright, so I think I'm actually just going to do it now. I have a decent amount saved up, plus I can farm. As long as I can afford sabotage, I'm in the clear. So I'm actually going to boost the first ZOMG. Usually I don't do it like this, but I just want it to come out as fast as possible. There we go. Now that we got it going, you have to emote destroy, otherwise the rush won't work. Your opponent just has to know they're being destroyed. And that's a mandatory part of the strategy. So this guy's trying to counter rush with light balloons, which honestly don't do much. Look how strong laser cannon is. That being said, the ceramics, the AI ceramics actually might cause a bit of a problem right now, so I'm just going to boost right now. Boost the laser cannon is just absolutely insane. Look at that defense. Oh yeah. This guy's actually still leaking a bit, and what I'm going to do is plop down sabotage right here just for safety. Still leaking myself, but who cares? We're set. We even have ground zero saved up here too, so we're all good. I might as well just go for like more income in the meantime. I could try to rebuild. Or he could counter rush. He boosted something. I don't know what. Looks like some Moebs coming my way. Or just a Moeb. Alright, that's fine. I'm actually going to sell these 2 farms for laser cannon. And I'm actually going to boost here. Just, oh, nope, he died. Alright, I would have defended that for a record, just with a boost in the feed those ceramics, then taking down the Moab. Easy peasy. And that's a game. Good game. So I'm going to quit out and try again. Because a single game isn't going to just help you guys become an expert with the strategy. There's like lots of maps, lots of different ways to play it too. This general idea should work on all maps except for Hydro Dam and Indoor Pools. And Inkblot, if you're playing private battles for some reason. You kind of have to have a slightly different strategy, so I'll try to avoid those maps. Maybe talk about them in a different video. But as you can see, this isn't quite a late game strategy. It's like usually around the kill round of Mobilecoff too. Because like if you play a mobile game of Mobilecoff, usually you won't be able to kill your opponent until like, you know, round 22 when the ZOMGs come out. Similar idea here. And now we have Swamp. I know you guys have seen a lot of Swamp, but don't worry. Like I said, it should be ending pretty quickly. Relatively. Like a lot of games in the tournament went kind of late, but you'll also notice that my rushes were sent out around 24, 25 instead of 23-ish. This time I'm going to aim for 22. I think 22 is possible. I've gotten 21 before, actually. Around 21 send of this. But it's pretty difficult. So I'm going to try for that this game. And if you can get one out then and just have a bunch of farms, there is absolutely zero chance of your opponent winning. Zero chance. This game, be sure to like focus on the kind of cards I keep. I'm not like throwing away too many. Like I don't need this Juggernaut anytime soon. The only thing it's useful for is Camel Leads if your opponent sends them. But your opponent does not seem to be sending them or anything close to that. So I wouldn't need it now. However, I'm not throwing it away just because it costs money to throw away. And as long as I have like a play as far as income goes, like, oh, I can afford that, that whatchamacallit, that red balloon send, then I don't need to trash it. But now I trash it because I had like nothing to send on round 4. Now I can like go for these pinks. Oops, I should have done blacks. That was actually a waste. Oh, excuse me, my bad. My bad. See, this is like sometimes like just a little misplay like this could make a huge difference. I'm gonna plop down this intense magic. I don't think I need a boost. I'll be willing to tank these lives since lives don't really matter in quick battles. Hear that, guys? All lives don't matter. Alright, there we go. Let's just kind of micro this a little bit. And keep going on the income. Still not trashing anything because I do have plays. And I'm going to probably be doing this next. Followed up by the yellows from The Apprentice. Yeah, I think that's fair. So we'll see some kind of decent layering on his side. Like the blues into the yellows might actually cause this guy a little bit of trouble. It's pretty good at least. And we have our farm again. Probably hold on to that. You want to have maybe 550 or 600-ish income when you get your farm. Or sometimes just get it whenever. Sometimes like you get screwed over and you can't like find a farm, or sometimes you just have to place it down early for reasons. I mean, there's lots of things you could do. So I'm going to just leave it like this. Something you want to keep in mind, Apprentice on strong to make sure leads are dealt with. I'm also being sure to hold on to an extra boat for if some reason, like if he rushes me with something kind of odd, I should be able to afford a defense. This game, though, I'm debating whether to get a farm. I don't know if he's going to rush me early or not. I'm going to like place this down around 11 if he sends absolutely nothing, because I'm going to be greedy like that, but I have to watch out for Engineer Whites. If he does that, I'll have to sell most of my defense and get a laser cannon. Alright, nothing though. Probably nothing at least. And this sells for 2,000, so all you need is 2,500, and then you can sell this and afford a laser cannon. Easy peasy. No questions asked whatsoever. This guy is still sending pinks. These lives really don't matter though. I'll be down to 101. Not a big deal. Bomb Tower is actually probably a good card to just keep overall for reasons. Like that'll do good against like Engineer White, so you can place that down and boost it and you'll be fine. I had a couple games where I couldn't even get the laser cannon by, you know, round 12 when I needed it, but I was still able to defeat like the Zebra Rush by just placing out like Cluster Bomb and a bunch of other useful towers. There are many, many ways to defend that do not involve the laser cannon. You just gotta like discover them in this deck. And honestly, this may not be like the best overall deck, but currently it's the one that's working out the best for me so far. Like I haven't found one that worked better yet. And there we go. Now that we have our laser cannon, we can actually play things a lot more on the greedy side. So I can go back to Senor Greed. I'll even keep doing this because I have a farm. Something you have to watch out for is there may be a point where you want to just stop sending space balloons like pinks and blacks, because look at this, the queue is full. I can't send any more income balloons. It's okay now because I have a farm and I can just get that for more income. But if I didn't have a farm, I'd really just want to be focusing on the faster sends. The yellows and the greens that come out fast, not the blacks. Hell, not even the reds sometimes. Reds take a while, space blues take a while. A lot of this stuff will take a long time. So I'm just going to keep going with that. I'm also going to continue holding on to this Juggernaut here. I don't know. This guy seems like someone who could bring Camel Leads into a deck, and that would surprise me. Or it wouldn't surprise me. Like, I don't have too many easy ways to actually deal with Camel Leads, you know, besides that. So let's keep going with this. Sometimes you can use the laser cannon as income as well, if you want to be extra greedy. I don't think this guy's going to hardcore rush me, so I should be fine getting away with that. Don't want those cluster bombs. I guess we can do this then. And yeah, let's just continue. My defense is actually like looking really skimpy. But again, if he doesn't rush me with anything, then, you know, why bother saving up? He could just die by himself. Okay, or he could just get that Ring of Fire. Ring of Fire is good too. Yeah, sometimes your opponents will just struggle and die by themselves, even though I have nearly a 90% win ratio going into Ceramic Crucible. I mean, I don't know what's up with that. But we also have 6 farms. 6 farms is pretty good. I'm actually gonna want to like really start looking for that whatchamacallit card now. You know I'm talking about, the ZOMG send. Gonna really be looking for that. There it is. I'm also holding on to the laser cannon just because, you know, if he rushes me, laser cannon's super good to get. And unfortunately, we're not gonna see round 21 ZOMGs. Round 23 for sure, but maybe if we're lucky, round 22. Like, I don't know how long it's gonna take all this money to come in. Oh, he's dropped me Camel Rainbows. Too bad laser cannon's OP and, well, just demolishes them. So, like, there are also, like, a lot of people that just complain about, like, people, you know, not bringing rush cards or being creative in the tournament. And with a card like this, like, I'd just be a Zebra Rush, too. Like, what do you even do against it? What do you even do? I mean, now I can just save up and hopefully slaughter him. Although, I'm actually going to boost here. The ceramics are worrying me a bit, and I didn't micro that well, so, you know, it happens. It happens. Round 23. Oh, shit. Are we, hopefully we'll be able to see this ZOMG. He sent me more Camel Balloons. Like, he's still trying to rush me, but it's not doing anything against this laser cannon. Alright. Maybe, like, 10 more seconds, tops. Getting there. 6 more. And then we'll be able to plop him this way. I guess it'll be poking out round 24. That's still not the end of the world. There we go, though. I'm also going to boost the first one. I just got to, like, time this. And yeah, right about now-ish. Okay. I was close. I think it's, like, 10 seconds between the time you send it out and they actually pop up. Destroy! He wanted to go late game or something. Oh, man. Oh, man. He didn't quite see it coming. So that's the strategy, guys. That's the general idea. I hope you guys are kind of able to take this into quick battles. And I have a feeling like we could see some really exciting games around, you know, the mid-20s with that kind of stuff. I kind of wish I would have gotten a chance to show you guys like how I defend certain rushes too, but not really much happened. Like, you just gotta use the Sabotage Ninja and Laser Cannon and Ground Zero and sometimes even the Ray of Doom all in harmony together, and usually that's enough. So yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and of course, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. I'm hoping I'll see like actual constructive feedback rather than just like, you boring strats, late game every time. Did this look like late game to you? Okay, I'm done. So that's about it. Peace out.